Welcome to the Carlos Baerga Show on the Big Play Network, presented by FanDuel, with me, Gab Gowdy, Cleveland Indians legend Carlos Baerga, and always positive Jay. Now, Carlos, what do you have for us? Who do you have for us?
We have a big day today. It's gonna be here the whole time with us, and you're gonna love it. You know why? Because we're playing good baseball, and this guy's doing a great job. Well, you got Omar Vizquel, you got Carlos Baerga, and you got Jim Tommy right here. We got the catcher here today.
So I'm Sandy?
My God.
I like that.
Gimenez, how you doing, my friend?
I'm good, man. I'm really good. Thank you guys for letting me come on and hang out and talk about our team that's playing pretty darn good right now.
Oh, my God. I'm so happy about it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've been loving our little hot streak here. Like I told you, well, the last team came in and we had something to put on. We put them out. Like every team comes in on here on fire, and we just keep putting their fires out. Meanwhile, if the Brewers could just do us a favor today and finally win a game again, that'd be nice.
That would be really nice, trust me.
And now the Cleveland Guardians are, what, 2.5 games back from the wild card
Two.
spot? Two
Yeah.
games
Two,
back from
two,
the wild
two.
card spot. My bad, guys. Are we going to do it? Are they going to do it? What are you guys' thoughts?
I'll tell you what. I have probably counted this team dead four to six
I was
times
gonna ask you that,
this
yeah.
year.
Yeah.
At certain points, especially off the last road trip. Not the last road trip, 2 road trips ago. But the resiliency that this team has shown, I think, is second to none. I don't think we've never seen the Yankees do this, right? We haven't seen the Red Sox do this. And we're doing what we're doing right now with the least amount of, bullets in the chamber to fire, so to speak. The good thing that's keeping us afloat right now, and not even keeping us afloat, we're kind of thriving. It's our pitching staff. Our pitching staff has been so unbelievably good. Starting rotation's been great. When you got guys that can go 8 innings, any team can win. Because you go 8 starter to your closer, it's game over.
It is being amazing because our pitching staff are pitching 6 innings. Some of them, they go to 7. And we said at the beginning of the season, our bullpen was pitching a lot.
Right.
And last year, our bullpen pitched
A ton.
a lot because we got most of the guys were hurt. We wasn't getting to the 5th inning or 6th.
Right.
So this is being special, especially Cantillo, Seconi, Gavin Williams, even Logan.
Yeah,
He's
Logan's
been
been really good.
He's been
Logan's
available.
been exactly what you need out of a number 5 starter.
Yes.
He keeps you in a ball game. Is it the most does he have the best stuff on the staff? No. And I think he'd be the first one to tell you that. But his competitiveness, his drive is the best of anybody on the team.
Yes.
You know what I mean? For him to be able to go out there and think about some of the starts he's had this year where it hasn't gone great from the very beginning.
Yes.
But he still finds a way to get you 5 innings or 6 innings. He doesn't let the slow start, so to speak, affect how he goes about it, and he goes out there and grinds through those innings, because that ultimately not only does it give you a chance to win a game, but it puts your bullpen in a spot that you can win maybe that game, but the rest of the games in that series as well.
I mean, we have 4 young pitchers that could possibly win Cy Youngs. You got Parker Messick. We haven't mentioned him yet. He's coming up looking like the next
That
great
guy
thing.
is- woof.
Gavin Williams looks like another. He could possibly win a Cy Young. Cantello could possibly win one.
Yeah.
Ciccone could like I said earlier,
And we haven't
on
even talked about
Twitter,
Tanner Bybee.
Yeah, and Tanner
Bybee
Bybee
could win one
is
too.
our ace, and he's only going to get better. I think.
Yes.
He'll say he had a down year, but he's smart. He's going to bounce back. I said on Twitter, and I believe it. Jose Ramirez is the most important person to this organization,
Listen to
and
that.
second most important person is our pitching coach.
Yeah.
Wow.
Carl Willis is just unbelievable what he does. He's like a musician, dude. Like, what does he do? Like, how does he do this?
You know what I'm gonna do today in the press conference? You're gonna be there with me. I'm gonna say, "Hey, Steven, I want to say something to you." Jose Ramirez, I'm gonna say the same thing. He's the
rip
man,
your
but I
quote.
think Carl Will is doing an unbelievable job, and we have to say, listen, look at this. I have here.
We need to get him a raise.
Al bullpen.
Yeah, seriously.
Look, when you lose Clase and you lose Luis Ortiz, that was pitching really good for us.
Yeah.
Al bullpen 327, losing Clase,
Trading Bieber.
10 wins.
Trading Bieber,
10
too.
wins, 12 saves with the one yesterday, and 128 innings, the fewest in Major League Baseball. That's amazing. I never thought that was going to happen.
Yeah, the most amazing part is it's such a different, style of baseball than what we saw last year.
Yes.
Right? It was starter give us 5, and we had a wipeout bullpen from 6, 7, 8, 9. It was dialed in. It was Herron, Gaddis, Smith, and Clase.
I mean, our starters were wiped out by injuries last year.
That's also true. So it kind of had to morph into that. Well, this year, I give the pitching group, Brad Goldberg, obviously Carl Willis.
Yes.
Those guys should get so much credit because they have a way of not only taking some of the numbers and the metrics and all of the things that are, prevalent in our game now, but they dummy them down. Whether they dummy them down or, they just say it how it is, they allow guys or get guys to understand exactly what they're talking about.
It is because the new clubhouse that they have, the pitching coach and coach, they live there.
Yeah, pretty much. I walked through it yesterday.
Clubhouse.
It's the most unbelievable thing I've ever seen.
Any team that go there, everybody go crazy. Jim Toby
awesome.
worked for the White Sox.
Yeah.
And a couple of the guys that came in for their anniversary, they went like, wow, I
The
can't
Phillies
even live here.
When we played the Phillies here like a month and a half ago, they had their front office specifically come on this trip just to see our clubhouse
Yes.
because
What's
they're
so great
redoing
about it?
theirs.
What are they doing?
Hey.
What are they
Oh
doing?
my gosh!
They got
Did you
everything.
see the old one?
Oh, I've seen the old one. Yeah.
Okay, have you seen the new one?
No, I've seen
Oh
just
my
in
gosh.
passing.
It's
Just
from
like-
It
third
is-
base,
Okay.
third base
Yes.
all the way.
It's actually
passing
further.
third base.
Yeah,
Oh,
it takes
wow. They
over
deserve
what
that.
used to be the visiting clubhouse.
Yes.
Like now you walk out. I had my golf clubs there yesterday because I was on the last road trip, so I went and got my golf clubs. And I walked out and I walk into like the tunnel underneath, and I'm like,
Yeah.
do I need to go this way? Like I'm not used to this.
We don't know.
It's crazy,
Oh,
but
that's amazing.
they spared no expense. I mean, these guys have everything they could possibly need
Yes.
to go out there and be successful. So
It's been amazing.
Yeah.
But you know what? Yesterday we have the last two games has been unbelievable. Let's listen to Stephen Buck, what he say about the game last night, the Cantillo pitch.
You're long about Joey just throwing it over the weight of the plate. What does it feel like when you see him go out and do exactly that?
That was some of the most fun I've had watching someone pitch this year. 2 starts removed from being optioned and about go attack, go throw strikes, be free, be loose. We saw the best velocity we've seen from him. He held his velocity 93 to 95 the whole game, attacking strikes, getting ahead, getting quick outs. That was pitching 101 from Joey Cantillo tonight, and that was a lot of fun to watch.
We know that his curveball and changeup really good, but it seems like these last 2 starts he's been willing to throw more heaters and sliders. How much does that help with the great pitches he has with the
Yeah, I
change
mean,
curve?
it's about tunneling it. And when you saw it, their attack plan early was to jump the fastball because he's been attacking his last time out, attacked with the fastball. So you get them aggressive. Now that changeup looks exactly like the fastball coming out, and there's no way to adjust. And Hedgie called an unbelievable game for him. They worked really well together. But Joey's strike attacks with the fastball are really what set everything up tonight.
Last night you get a guy going deep, not having to go deep into the bullpen. Tonight you get the same thing. Just how beneficial is that in a stretch like this?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, that's why starters are who they are. They step up and they go deep into games, saves the bullpen, puts us in a good position moving forward. But it's just so much fun to watch. 2 nights in a row getting 8 innings, it doesn't happen very much in the game anymore. It's really hard to do. So really tip your cap to Slade last night and Joey tonight. It was fun to watch.
We talk all the time about just you guys are trying to contend, trying to develop young players too at the same time. How much are you enjoying watching guys have moments like these at this point in the season?
It's so much fun to see someone who has a goal, works on it every 5 days, and then they get a chance to go out and prove it. And then when it all comes together, it's just beautiful. And now Joey knows he has that in him. And once you know you have that in you, it can be super powerful. You're not going to do it every time. We know that. This game's too hard. But once you achieve something once, now you know you can do it. Now it's just finding consistency. And along with Joey, we could talk about Gavin, we could talk about Slade, but on the position player side too, we have so many players that have accomplished things for the first time in their career. It's powerful, and they know they can do it. Now it's finding that consistency. It's fun to watch.
Cantillo is being unbelievable. Yeah. Since he got called up from AAA, he pitched the first game, I still remember, after the All-Star break, against Houston, one of the best hitting teams. He beat Houston, and from there, he's been a different pitcher. And beating Boston, we were talking about Boston Red Sox, 6 innings, 5 hits, just 1 run, 7 strikeouts, and last night, that was one of the best 2 games this year out of pitching stuff.
He made it through 8 innings without even getting to 100 pitches. That, to me, it's a sign of maturity. It's a sign of him trusting his stuff. Like, that's the next step that he needs to make. We talked about it with Gavin all year that if he could just throw the ball in the strike zone, and it's not like these guys aren't actively trying to do that, right? Like
The walks.
it's so much easier said than done, especially
Yeah.
for Gav, because he's trying to live
Yes.
at the top part of the strike zone, because that tunnels, like you heard Vody just talk about, off the breaking ball, right? Off the slider. When Gavin started throwing the slider again, that completely changed the complexity of his year.
Yeah.
Joey, all he needs to do is throw strikes, and that's so much easier said than done because his stuff moves so much on any given day. His curveball it can be from 69 inches of vert to like 63. That's a massive difference to where you have to start a pitch. And then, oh yeah, by the way, your changeup's got 45 inches of vert on it too. Like, good luck trying to hit that, but also good luck trying to throw a strike.
He's so much better too when he gets that 0-1 count on him. And
Yeah.
he gets ahead.
I mean, most
And-
pitchers generally are, but yeah.
True. I love that. Like, and if you watched early in the game, he was pitching. He had some strikes that they were calling balls. And they even called on the broadcast, and he didn't let it get to him. He settled
there
down,
you
and then he
go.
went 17 in a row. He sat down. I'm like, that is
12,
insane,
12
dude.
guys, 3 pitches or less.
Yeah,
too.
that's
Yeah.
what happened with Seconi.
it's
Seconi,
exactly the
the
same
day
thing,
before,
12 guys.
3 innings in a row, 1, 2, 3.
Right.
Throwing strike for pitch, 58 strike out of 100. That was
And
special.
you know, like the two differences between those two games were Saucony had a 5-run lead, a 6-run lead, where it allows you to go out there and just challenge the strike zone and not have to be so fine. Where Cantillo last night, like, it was a 2-0 game, a 1-0 game for the most part of the game, you know, for the most of the game. So he had to go out there and he still had to attack. But getting ahead in the count, it's the difference maker in the world. You get a guy to 2 strikes, major league average to 2 strike is 170. That's like my career batting average. Like, it's not good.
Okay, last thing I have for you guys before we take a quick break. Did you ever think that you'd see Slade Ciccone 3 outs away from a no-hitter?
Wow.
Honestly,
That's
can
the
I be
second.
honest?
Yeah.
Yeah. That guy's stuff is disgusting.
Yes.
Truthfully, it really is. It's,
And I never see anybody that get out from the dugout when we made the last out. Listen to this. Fly ball to right field. John caught it, and when he caught the ball, he already running to the mound to pitch. I said, "What are you doing?" Me and Rafa, we start laughing. I said,
Yeah,
"Wait
you
for
have
you
to.
players to come in, rest." Tell me about it.
Yeah.
Did you see it? Did you see it?
Absolutely. Emotionally, I think is the biggest thing that will hold him back because and that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's just he needs to learn how to like harness those emotions.
very
'cause
animated.
He's very animated, and that's a good thing. You want that out of your pitching staff or out of a pitcher in particular.
What do
but
you
his
tell
stuff is unbelievable.
a pitcher when you're going to the mound and they're dealing like that and they got something special? What are you saying to a pitcher
Honestly,
when you're out there?
Like my experience with this is you have to say something so off the wall
Yeah.
because
That's
they
what I
are
had a
like
feeling.
they're spinning,
Yeah.
they're
Yeah,
going.
yeah.
You got to get them to like for a split second and be like, "What did you say?"
That's
Like,
so
did
it
you
just
watch
gets
the
me to
Harry
stop
Potter
thinking about
special
it.
last
That's so-
night?
Yeah, there you go. Like
Yeah,
go
yeah.
out there with a spell or something, and
I think that inning before he went back out there, though, they were hitting the ball a little too long, and I think that kind of
that does hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, there is something to be said about that. And God, tell me a starting pitcher that doesn't want you to be in the dugout or doesn't want to be in the dugout
Right.
because your offense is like destroying people. You know what I mean? But it is a fine line to walk because the nice thing is they can go underneath in the tunnel. They can throw. They can keep loose. See that happen during rain delays and stuff like that too. But it definitely plays into it.
Cool. Okay, guys, we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we'll have a fun little interview for you guys. Today's featured interview is brought to you by Smart Choice Windows. Smart Choice Windows is the place to go when you need to upgrade your home. They have great deals and great financing with 0% for 24 months and no down payment option with monthly payments as low as $199. So if you're ready for a quieter, more energy-efficient window, head over to smartchoiceWindows.com to schedule your free no-pressure estimate today. Welcome back to the Carlos Baerga Show with me, Gab Gowdy, Cleveland Indians legend Carlos Baerga, always positive Jay, and Chris Gimenez. Okay, Carlos, you're the most popular man I know. Who do you have for us again today?
I had the opportunity to have the partner, the guy that is like Omar Vizquel and Carlos Baerga, turning the double play. He watched me play a little bit when I played with the Cleveland Guardians, and an honor to have Jim Rosenhaus. How you doing, my friend?
Hey, Carlos, how are you?
Good. What an honor to have. 19 years with the Cleveland Guardians, 16 years in the minor leagues. Wow, I don't even know that. That's a lot of years doing this and doing a great job. What it is to be next to Tom Hamilton, the Hall of Famer. Tell us about it, please.
Carlos, it's probably what you think. It's tons of fun, especially when the team's going well, because the the excitement, the calls, all of that stuff. It's probably what fans think, and it's just a blast. And he's so good at what he does. And obviously, this summer has been a special summer for him and for everyone who has a chance to work with him and with the ball club. So it's been a thrill and certainly a privilege to be in that spot for 19 seasons now.
I want to get the question out of the way that everyone wants to know. Have you watched Harry Potter yet?
I'm getting killed for that. No,
What
I
is
kept the
that?
streak
What's
going.
going on?
Still
Harry
haven't
Potter
seen it.
night tonight.
Okay.
Is it tonight?
It's tonight.
Oh, geez, I didn't even know it was tonight.
Oh my God.
They were on air. They were talking about Harry Potter. He said he's never watched Harry Potter. And he got roasted by.
Well, has Hammy watched Harry Potter?
I don't think he has either.
Oh, they're all
all right, perfect.
He may
People
have.
don't
I
got
think
time,
he
man.
may
They
have.
want championship. They want to be a winner, and we playing good baseball. That's what they're talking about right now.
I think, and when he threw that out there, asked if I'd seen that. I think the night before I had seen Happy Gilmore too. So that tells you my music or movie taste right there.
I love it.
I mean, for the record, I didn't see Harry Potter till about last year, and I have to admit, it was actually way better than I thought it was going to be. I wasn't into it. I was like, oh, all right. But
Hey, that could be for the off season. How's that?
I mean, there's a lot of them, so.
recently, you guys had a guy that's like known for Instagram. Is it JJ Vargas? Is that how you say his last name? He does the recalls on he superimposes
TikTok
himself over your guys' voices. What did you think when you first saw him doing that? Because the first one I saw is the Hosey call, and he does the knockout, and his facial expressions are just hilarious. And I always wonder what you guys thought when you guys saw that.
I loved it. And then he came to the booth a couple of homestands back. He was in town and came to visit with us. And honestly, he had a hat on and he wasn't doing the facial expressions. I think he was just so thrilled to meet Tom because he's obviously made so many of the different videos. And until he went into character, so to speak, took the hat off and did the eyes and all the goofy expressions that he probably nails right on of how we are in the booth. But until that, it was kind of, I don't want to say awkward, but it wasn't quite him. And then he went into character and it was beautiful. Because,
It always cracks me up because the facial expression he always gives you is like you're almost scared of what Hammy's doing next to you. I think it's the funniest thing on Instagram right now.
And he nails it because it's kind of how it is.
Rosie, you had the chance to go up to Cooperstown, New York, and be there for Hammy's induction. Give us a quick rundown. How was his speech, first and foremost? Did you get to play golf? Because I know he said he wasn't going to, and I asked him if he would throw your name in there and just, as the plus one. But what was that experience like?
It was awesome. Did not get to play golf, which was okay because you're in Cooperstown and was really only got up there Friday night and was really only there for the full day on Saturday, which was a great day. Got up early, got to the hall before it got crowded and walked around there with my wife and saw all the different exhibits and things like that. And it was just tremendous. And I think it made it more special because you're in there and we found, Tom's plaque and all that kind of stuff and the exhibit for the broadcasters. So it was just a special morning. And then, of course, his speech was absolutely tremendous. They have it off site now. Compared to, I think, the last 5 years, they put the broadcaster's wing and the writer that goes in. They do that the day before, not where the players are, but they did it in his opera house about 15 minutes outside of town, which was tremendous, about 500 seats or so and packed house and a ton of Cleveland fans there hooting and hollering. So just a great time. And that Hall of Fame weekend, so many Hall of Famers are back and in the parade at 6:00 on Saturday night. And then the team had a party for Tom and CC Sabathia came by with his family to check it out. And we just thought that was awesome because I'm sure he had a million commitments that weekend too. But just a great weekend all around and so fun to see a lot of Tom's family and friends and everybody enjoying his, just the best day in terms of honors for your career.
I think you're gonna be the next one. I love the way you work. This guy is the first one at the ballpark.
Every day.
He's
there right now.
Ballpark. I thought that I was the first one. He's the first one at the ballpark, already preparing himself. then Hamilton get there, Carlos Baerga get there, Rafa get there, then Gimenez get there, you know, and we have fun. We prepare ourselves because we want to have everything the best for the fans, and that's how we do it. And Gene, you teach me a lot. I watch you a lot. I like to learn more, and I keep watching you guys, the way you guys work. And thank you for teaching me. That's very important. Let's start talking about the team. Tell me about, did you ever doubt that this thing's gonna be 2 games back today? Tell me about it.
Probably a couple of times. There were so many times where you thought, oh, well, that's it. I think when Luis Ortiz and Emmanuel Clase were both put on, the absence list and not available anymore, you thought that would be a big blow. The 10-game losing skid, surely that would be it. And then they had a patch there toward the end of August where it wasn't going well. So surely that would be the end. But I think what this team has shown is they just keep rebounding, responding, and truly playing their best baseball right now. I mean, and look, what's so important in September, where a lot of teams struggle because of injuries and innings starting to pile up. Their starting pitching seems to be getting stronger down the stretch, and it's deep. They're going 6 deep right now, and I don't think there's too many other teams, especially the ones that they're battling to get into the postseason with, that can make that claim. And you feel like if they can hit enough, their pitching will be plenty good enough to really make things interesting the last couple of weeks.
Continuing with some playoff talk, the Cleveland Guardians have a pretty impressive playoff resume. Like some of the best playoff games I've ever seen, specifically in Progressive Field. Do you have a favorite playoff moment that you've gotten to call?
I would say, obviously, and I wasn't on the play-by-play call, but obviously part of the broadcast for Game 7 of the 2016 World Series for sure. And then last year, the game where John Kenzie Noel hit the home run, the pinch hit to tie it, and then David Fry wins it against the Yankees, and you thought, okay, here we go. Maybe there's a chance there, and that certainly was just out of nowhere. And I think both of those were similar, kind of out of nowhere, unexpected, just great games. And I think Carlos will tell you, you probably didn't, when you played here, Carlos, you didn't experience this, but when something big happens up here in the press box,
Yes.
it sways and shakes because of everyone jumping up and down in the upper deck. You kind of feel like, oh, here we go.
Field from the it is amazing. It is amazing.
Yes. So those were 2 press box shakers, if that's something that you measure it by.
Now, you guys were just already listing off some of the things we've overcome on top of, like, when we started the year off, we lost Josh Naylor, our second best power hitter. We lost a platinum glove and Gimenez. Overcoming lost players. You traded away a Cy Young winner, and yet here we are with the low payroll and in the playoff hunt with a second-year coach who's extremely young. What does that say about Stephen Vogt and what he's doing holding this team together?
Well, probably he won American League Manager of the Year last year, but I think you could make an argument he's been better this year. And maybe that's not fair to say. I mean, he was good last year, and as a rookie manager, with just 1 year gap between his playing career and managing, what he did last year was tremendous, absolutely tremendous. But he certainly has had more challenges to work through this year, and you rattled them off, and there's probably more that he's had to work through. But he made sure this team never lost faith, because he sure never did. Even during the 10-game losing skid, you never heard, we'll probably start turning to some different players to look ahead to the future or something like that. That never came up. They were still, all right, come to the ballpark tomorrow and see if we can win a ball game, and then win another one and see if they can stay in the race. So he's done great work this year, and I don't know if he would win a second straight Manager of the Year award, but he may be doing better work this year than he did a year ago, and he did great work last year.
Yeah, he certainly did. And you could probably make the argument that he's done more with less this year, truthfully, even though the pitching staff, from a starting rotation standpoint, has stepped up. One of the young players that's really stepped up, and I personally think he should be the poster boy for player development within the Cleveland Guardians organization, is Brian Rocchio. Was sent down, at a certain point this season, was given specific things to work on, has gotten his opportunity to come back. Not only did he go down to AAA, didn't sulk. I mean, how many times have we seen that happen? I've been guilty of that myself. Like, nobody wants to be in AAA at that point when you've had the taste of the big league level. But he had the opportunity to come back up and has really shown that he took that demotion in stride, went down and worked on the things that he has worked on. And oh yeah, by the way, he's had to play shortstop and second base this season. What have you seen out of him?
Well, sometimes the best compliments can come from a teammate. And I was talking to Slade Ciccone yesterday, and I don't even remember how Rocchio's name came up, but he said that he had heard that Rocchio went down to Columbus and just absolutely attacked what he needed to do. And there was no pause of, reflection. What am I doing here? All the things that you mentioned that can be a challenge when you get sent back. He dove right in and got some good work done. And he's been a different player since coming back. I know a lot of people say, well, he looks like the Rocchio from a year ago. He's better than the Rocchio from a year ago. I think he's a more complete hitter. And also, he has the ability now to play at a high level defensively at second base. And I think they're a better team when it's Arias at short and him at second. But great to know that he can pop back to short at a time like right now where Arias had to miss last night. And who knows if he'll miss tonight as well.
I had to ask you about this because it has to be special to watch play every day. Jose Ramirez, he do something new. It's a record, he tying a record, he's getting close, he's second. How special it is to watch Jose Ramirez every day, because the managers, every time that I talk to the manager from the other team, they say, I would like to have that player with me every day. Tell me about it, brother.
He's the best. And you mentioned the records. They put a sheet in the notes every day just for Jose with all the different records that, the list that he's moving up on for franchise top tens. And he's getting near the top in so many. But yeah, the way he plays and it really is remarkable, Carlos. And I know in your lineups, in terms of protection, everybody seemed to have protection, so it was hard to pitch around anybody because the next guy could really do damage. And a lot of times that hasn't been the case for him, yet he still somehow manages to get pitches to hit. And he was saying earlier this year, I thought this was really interesting, in terms of pitchers working around him, he feels that he'll still get a pitch to hit because they don't want to walk him because of all the stolen bases he has now. And so he figures if they walk him, he's going to end up on second in scoring position. So he might get a pitch or two more to hit than you might think, even though it's still very limited. It's just remarkable, though, what he does, knowing that he might only see one or two pitches a night that are really good pitches to hit, and he seems to do damage.
That's a great thing to talk about, and I forget about it because Barry Bonds was like that. Yeah. When you talk about a special player, he's a special player. He can beat you running the bases because he's the best running the base hit to right field. He go to third base, and if you mess around, he keep going to home plate. So it is unbelievable what he do it every day.
I mean, you heard Bobby Witt Jr., they were saying, asked him, who's your favorite player to watch? He goes, I probably shouldn't admit this, but it's Jose Ramirez. Look at how he does everything. He's unbelievably good. And these young players and all these guys coming up are watching him and learning from Jose. God forbid if he was 6'4", the dude would be unstoppable.
That's how bad yesterday. Ground ball third base, he almost beat it.
Yeah.
He almost beat it out. So that's how bad, ground ball, I take it suave. He play every day. Come on, man. Yeah. He's unbelievable.
We're going to take a quick break, but we'll have more with Jim Rosenhaus coming up next. This segment was also brought to you by Smart Choice Baths. If your bathroom needs an update, the team at Smart Choice Baths has you covered. Whether you're looking to replace your shower or do a whole bathroom remodel, Smart Choice can offer the quality and expertise you will need to make that experience an enjoyable one. Be sure to check them out at smartchoicebaths.com or give them a call at 1-844-GET-SMART to set up your free estimate. Okay, I have a question for you. It's a little less Guardians related and a little more about you guys in the booth. So we always wonder what the players are doing during a rain delay. What about you guys? What are you guys doing up there?
Well, it depends who we're playing. If it's a team that has maybe an ex-player on their broadcast team or a legendary broadcaster. I can remember when the White Sox still had Hawk Harrelson. If there was a rain delay, it was 2 hours of stories with Tom and Hawk and some other guys. And so that's what a lot of it is, just telling stories, and especially if it's a former player, maybe some stories of some great times that they might have had on the field, or just kind of killing time. But those are the ones where you don't mind a rain delay too much, when there are some guys around who can tell stories with the best of them. And so, yeah, that's probably not the most exciting thing you want to hear, but it's generally you're waiting to get back to play. And we've been fortunate this year. We really haven't had too many delays that have set us back too long.
Well, you and Hammy are the best in the business, in my opinion. What advice would you give to young people coming up in this media business that maybe want to call games or just sideline reporter? What advice would you give them to prepare to get into that business?
Try and do as much as you can in terms of experience, no matter what the level. Don't turn anything down, even if it's not, like, say you want to do baseball and someone comes up to you and says, "Hey, um, we have an opportunity for you to cover high school wrestling. If you can do it, because it'll show versatility. It'll show a willingness to want to do the job." So don't get necessarily pigeonholed into just the sport that you want to do. If you have opportunities to get on the air and work on your craft, grab that opportunity. Don't say no, especially if you're young in your career. I get it if you're a little bit older, but if you're young in your career, take any opportunity you can and run with it.
You did everything: football, basketball, baseball, high school basketball, football too, and oh my God, he did everything.
All right, I got to ask this question because one of my favorite things is off days on the road, because usually the kids aren't waking you up. I'm sorry to my wife when she watches this later. But what's your favorite city in the league to have an off day in?
Wow. It kind of depends. I mean, I think 10 years ago, I'd play golf a little bit more than I do now. But, if there's obviously spots that have good places to tee it up and go play around the golf, that would be fun. But now, like, a good walking city to me, like Chicago is awesome. You can walk for days and, find yourself in different neighborhoods, things like that. Seattle, we had an off day earlier this year, ended up going whale watching, which was awesome. Full disclosure, my family was out for that one, so that was fun. And we had a chance to do something that we had never done before, and it was tremendous. So it kind of depends on obviously where you are, but those are just two cities that have been really fun this year, I would say.
Wow, this is special, man. Gene, you've been awesome. I have to say this. 2011, he was inducted to the Buffalo Baseball Hall of Fame together with Antonio Peña. Tony Peña. Wow, I just read that. That was special, brother.
Unfortunately, he was working that day. He was on the staff for the Yankees, so he couldn't make it. But his son, I think it was his son, was playing for Pawtucket. So he was there to accept the award for him. But I did see him later in the year with the Yankees, and we had a good chat about it. But obviously an honor. Was there for 11 years in Buffalo and called 1 million games. And that was really nice of them to do that.
Thank you very much to be with us. And people, listen to the game tonight. It's going to be a big game. Tom Hamilton and Gene Rosenhaus is going to be beautiful.
Yeah, thank you again for your time, Jim. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about some Cleveland Guardians headlines. Welcome back to the Carlos Baerga Show with me, Gab Gowdy, Cleveland Indians legend Carlos Baerga, always positive Jay, and Chris Gimenez in the studio with us. Okay, we were talking about the pitching a little bit before we did this interview, but we got to talk about it again because it's been so impressive.
No, it's been what Seconi's been doing, and you said he's been pitching up below his stuff. What you say is unbelievable. I think after the last game in Boston, I think he went to work on something in there. And you see it yesterday. That's why he's so good. And you know what? I want him to throw a no-hitter. He's been close to do it. The last one was Len Barker. And yesterday I saw that Bob Feller did it twice.
Right.
So we need one pretty soon. And I hope he do it again this year. I think he can do it, bro.
Absolutely. I mean, listen, those things, like, you can't plan those out, right? It can happen on any given day.
Yeah.
And he even said it, like, the fact that after his post-game interview, he was all about it happening yesterday. I mean, why can't it happen today? You never know. Honestly, when you step on the field, anything can happen. That's kind of the greatest thing about our game.
And it's not even just the starting pitchers that are doing it. In the last 7 games, the Guardians have only given up more than 2 runs in one of those.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's
It really
amazing.
is.
Now, if we're going to be talking pitchers, you're going to love this, Chris. How important is the catchers when you have
Okay,
great
so I'm glad
pitching like-
finally somebody said it because I always
Yeah, we
crap.
keep giving all the things. I mean,
Al gives me a
Very,
lot of
very
grief
important.
on our pre and post game show because I talk a lot about the catchers. We are the unsung heroes in this
Yeah.
whole thing. Austin Hedges does deserve
Oh
a lot
my
of credit,
God. Wow.
honestly, for what he did yesterday, in
Uh-huh.
particular with Cantillo. Like to have a young pitcher go out there who has had issues in the past with throwing strikes. The fact that Cantillo on his post game press conference said that I threw every single pitch that Hedgie put down.
Yeah.
That to me shows the ultimate trust
Yes.
that those two have in each other, because these guys are in this foxhole with you at the same time.
Yes.
And again, I love it because we get no credit for it. And I'm absolutely in this because I was a catcher.
but not on this show. We give you plenty. We give you guys
love
credit.
you guys,
too.
Papi. I love Sandy. Sandy was a man.
You're right.
Catchers' lives matter, man.
Yeah.
Catchers' lives
Thank
matter.
you. Thank you. I appreciate that. We need to make a T-shirt.
I mean,
But-
even when Gavin was pitching his great game, first thing he said it was like the second inning. Hedges comes out and goes, "Hey, I don't like your body language. Pick
Right.
it up. Let's go. Let's
Wow,
get
I
it
love
together."
that.
Boom, and he started pitching lights out.
People are going to believe this. I saw Tony Peña slap Jose Mesa. Boom.
I've heard this story.
And
Actually,
Julian
I have.
Tavares.
Yeah.
Those 2 guys, me and Omar, we went to the mound and we came back. We stepped up. We went back. And the other day, I listened to somebody that did it to somebody in another team. And I said, what? You see, that happened. The people don't believe me. Sometimes you need a catcher
have
to
to
be
have
tough
that.
for you.
Yeah.
And Tony Peña used to get the ball and throw it. When you don't throw a strike, let's go. Throw strike. He throw it back to you very hard. So you need a catcher to wake you up. You need a leader. That's why I sometimes
Right.
I want Naylor. When you see our pitching stuff, going through emotion and stuff like that, go to the mound.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, the day that Seconi got the base hit, you see he went kind of. Something happened to him. He's got emotion. Something happened to him. And Bob was telling Bob, go to the mound. Go to the mound. Go to the mound. You need a leader in there to go to the mound to say, hey, you did a great job and we're going to finish this. So you need to get in their mind. Yes or no, bro?
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And again, this is not a knock on Bo. He's still a very, very young catcher.
Yes, yes,
and
yes.
he will continue to learn those things. And there's arguably no better, catcher in baseball to help him continue to learn those things than Austin Hedges. He's been around. He's done it.
Yeah.
He knows he's the perfect backup catcher in the sense that he controls the pitching staff. He controls the running game. He puts in a ton of work behind the scenes that nobody sees, in regards to pitch calling and trying to figure out how to tunnel stuff and being that second set of eyes or that coaching staff on the field. Like that's what you need to eventually get to. And again, it takes a little bit of time to get there because not everybody's personality is as outgoing as Austin Hedges, Bo's a little bit more reserved in that regard, but he's going to figure out his own way of being able to, it may not necessarily be having to go out there. It may just be a little verbal or non-verbal, something that you do. It's a handshake, a fist pump, or I'm going to punch you when I get in the dugout or something, something like that. But they'll figure that out.
That's a play. Right now, the Dodgers, they released at the beginning of the season Austin Barnes. They are missing him right now because Smith is hurt. The second catcher is hurt. Now they bring somebody from AAA, and the last out is the bullpen is being like really bad.
Well, that's the hardest part when you haven't been with a team all year.
Yeah.
Trying to be on the same page with these guys. You're having conversations in the clubhouse all the time. Like, hey, what do you like to throw, man? Like, you kind of do your work in the video room so that you have a feel for it when you go out there. But the worst thing from a catching standpoint is to go out there and to not, well, now you don't even put a finger down, you punch a button. But if you push the button or put a finger down, whatever it is that you do, and the guy shakes, a big pride thing for me was if he shook me, I wanted to know the exact pitch he wanted.
Yeah.
I know.
And it was the second pitch. If he had to shake twice, shame on me because I wasn't doing my work. You know what I mean? And there's times where you get guys like Josh Tomlin would shake just because it's a phobia he had. So he'd shake, and then you look at him like, no, you want that one. And he's like, and then you put it 4 or 5 other ones down. Then you go back to that one. He says yes. And you're like, what are you doing, dude?
Hey.
Like,
See, I was
in the
gonna ask
sun,
you that.
in the sun.
Because I just saw a video recently. One of my friends did an interview with the Mets bullpen pitchers,
Yeah.
and they were like, "What's it like when you're calling off a pitch?" And they're like, "The catcher's just pressing the button,
Right.
pressing the button."
That's the hard part now.
Wow.
And these guys, they all cover it with their glove.
I know,
So
I
like
know.
you have to be really good with like
To
knowing Braille.
remember,
You know?
to remember all that thing.
It's like a little
Oh,
video
man.
game out there.
Right.
It
But
is.
I tell you this,
Uh-huh.
if you have to, if you have a set of signs with a runner at second base, pushing a button would be so much easier than like, okay, it's sign after the 2 or whatever, and you're trying to
Yes.
like
Yes.
mix it up to make sure that nobody at second base can pick your
Especially
signs.
when you make a bad throw
Right.
and then run it onto third base. It's very hard. But you know what? I have the press conference yesterday. Joey Cantillo and Hedges was in there. Let's listen up.
Joey, when they sent you back to Columbus last month with like the challenge of attacking the zone more, that's something you were talking about before that option. Like, how much did you take that to heart when you went down there?
Yeah, very much. I mean, obviously, the outings up here have been some have been good and some have been a little bit more of a struggle of just attacking the zone. And I think, I mean, if we're being honest with ourselves, like that's something that every pitcher wants to work on better. And that's something that, I was falling behind in counts and I was putting guys on base. And I think, like we see today, like throwing strikes, it's a necessity. And, really good things are going to happen when you're challenging hitters. And that was basically all that I wanted to continue to work on. And that's an ongoing process every day.
I mean, is there anything just like flip the switch for you? Is there anything you can pinpoint that's gotten you going in this direction?
No, obviously, I mean, these games are important. Every game matters. Just want to show it for the guys, and just get the job done each time out. I think, this is the big leagues. We're facing, the best teams in the world, and you got to go out there and show up and attack guys. And I think keeping it simple like that, and good things are going to happen.
Boat said that was some of the most fun he's had this year watching a guy go out there. Do you feel it when what you're doing has that sort of infectious energy around the rest of the team?
Yeah, honestly, I mean, I think a day like today, I was just trying to make each pitch. Like, I think we stayed pitch by pitch, not getting too ahead of ourselves, seeing what the game was showing us. I mean, I didn't shake once at all today. Just having ultimate trust and just going pitch by pitch.
Awesome. What's been this run lately, whether it's Joey or Gavin or Parker, it's 6 guys, and seems like every night it's 6, 7, 8 innings. Just what has that meant for this team to get to the point that you're at now?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's what we do here. I mean, going back a lot of years, you got Carl Willis out there, man. That guy's a special human that can teach pitching, and it's no coincidence why we have so many talented arms. And they've been carrying us. Our offense has been getting some timely hits, but our starting pitching is going deep and saving our bullpen, which is a big difference from last year. Now we got a fresh bullpen and starters with a lot of confidence, and I think it's a problem for the rest of the league.
Well, you listen to that, and the most special thing is the Hedges has been helping us a lot, and he give credit to Carl Willis.
Yeah,
he's been the man in there. I know that we talk about it, but he's been the man. I think he changed the mentality of these young pitchers, stuff like that, and I am so happy that he's with us. Yes, thank you, God. Thank you.
Heck yeah with that.
Okay, Chris, last thing before you go. We'll keep this really quick. What do the Cleveland Guardians need to do to make the playoffs?
So, I mean, the easy thing is, I feel really confident about their pitching staff. They have to continue to hit the way they're hitting.
Yeah.
This timely hitting, they don't need to hit home runs. Obviously, that helps, but that's not how this team's built. They have to be pesky. They have to have good quality at-bats. They have to work pitching staffs, and they have to not try to do too much. I try to give Brian Rocchio as much praise as I can because
Yes.
his 2-strike hitting last 3.5 months has been arguably some of the best in baseball. They need to have those type of at-bats.
It is true. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah,
What
thanks
an
for
For
awesome-
letting me come on here and yap, man. I like it.
Yeah, of course. Okay, guys, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about the Cleveland Guardians' upcoming series. Welcome back to the Carlos Baerga Show with me, Gab Gowdy, Cleveland Indians legend Carlos Baerga, and always positive Jay. Now, before we get into the upcoming Cleveland Guardians series, we just have to do a quick moment for the guy. We have to do it every single week. Jose Ramirez, the best third baseman of all time.
Wow, he is.
He's up there.
He got all our records. Yeah, a couple of days ago, he passed Gene Tomey, the Hall of Famer Gene Tomey in RBIs. He passed Omar Vizquel. Now he becomes second, but he's the leader third baseman. He's second leader in multi-homer games. He's second in multi extra base hit.
Number one in
Everything
our
he
hearts,
do,
though.
He is
Yeah.
amazing. And you listen to what Rosie and Gimenez talk about him. He's our heart, man. He's unbelievable. Every time he step in the field, something it's going to happen. And I love it that he's staying with us. And I hope, Mr. Dolan, we need 4 more years of
I
Jose
agree.
Ramirez here. Please.
With the
let's keep
fifth-year
it here
option.
With Kwan. It's going to be a combination, please.
Is Jose Ramirez the oldest player on our roster?
I think so.
And he's out there running laps around everybody.
He run faster than anybody.
Anybody.
He played the game that, faster than anybody. He's the best player that we have. And maybe he going to become maybe the best player all time that played in this organization.
I believe it.
When he finished.
I believe it 100%. I'm already saying he's the best third baseman of all time. People don't like when I say that, but I'm just going to keep saying
I
it.
100% agree with you, though.
He is.
I mean, what he does, like we mentioned, he doesn't really ever have anyone behind him. He gets like 2 pitches at bat, and this guy still just puts up numbers after numbers. He just, like you said, passed Jim Thome in RBI. It seems like every week he's got a new Guardians record he's breaking, and he just keeps doing it. He's so consistent. And right now he's getting red hot again, right at the exact right time. That's what we need him.
Listen to this. Since 2017, he's leading Major League Baseball in extra basics, 618. The second, Freddie Freeman, 582. So it's amazing. He almost over 30, over 40, something like that. And then he's first on MVP from 2016 to 2024. So it is amazing. He's in there all the time on the top of the 5 players in the game. I love this guy. He's amazing.
We always talk about giving great player statues. I say when we do Jose's, we pretty much, instead of like the Statue of Liberty in Lake Erie, we just build a giant Jose out on Lake Erie.
That's funny.
We need a big one.
We need a giant Jose.
And I want it with this helmet like flying off.
Oh, yeah, it has to be like flinging off.
The helmet going backwards.
Going to third base, but that's good. Man, this weekend is going to be special. We're playing. We got 2 more games today against Kansas City, today and tomorrow. We need to win. And I said before this series start, out of 4, we need to win 3.
Yes.
If we can win 4, it's going to be a bless. But Chicago, that's the series that we need to take.
They have to win those.
Roll over them and keep playing hard.
And Chicago, of course, is now playing good for the first time all year. And now we're going to play another team that's red hot. And again, we'll put their red hot out. But I love that we get to play Texas still at the end of the year. Who we got to catch them, and they have done. The other 2 guys, Houston and Seattle, they're going to beat each other up in a series. So hopefully, whoever it is, just sweeps one of them. And I don't want them to split the series, but you got to love this playoff push at the end of the year. Like, just it feels like we're playing playoff baseball right now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And I think I don't want to be the team that just coasts into the
boring.
playoffs.
We need some excitement.
Off. You go into the playoffs red hot. You play, you don't take the week off, and you keep going. That's what I like to see.
I love it. I'm not, after here, they go to Detroit, yeah?
Yep, I'm going to go to one of the games.
Oh,
good luck, Gab, is at the game.
Cantillo against Jack Flaherty, Colby Allard. Colby Allard going to start.
I'm gonna go. Oh. I'm gonna go to the game on Wednesday night.
Okay,
It's my
so
birthday.
you're gonna be there. Is Cubar gonna pitch against us on the second game?
Oh yeah, me and Jose Ramirez have the same birthday. Yeah, it's Wednesday. I'm gonna bring a sign that says "Happy Birthday" to us.
Hey, nice. Gabby Williams against Charlie Moulton. That's gonna be the 3 pitchers in there. So it's gonna be good. We are playing good baseball right now. Let's do it. Let's finish strong. But you know what? You're gonna finish strong with us here with the Carlos Baerga show, Gabby.
And you're going to see us in the playoffs.
Yes.
I think they might do it. I just need, Josh Naylor, I'm sorry. Josh Naylor, I love you. I'm going to need you to stop with the home runs.
Yes.
I'm going to need you to stop it. Like, I want to see you celebrate and have success, but I want the Cleveland Guardians in the playoffs.
Let's
Selfish.
do it. Tell me.
I kind of would like to see one of the other teams. Like, for some reason, would like to play Josh Naylor in the playoffs.
I don't know if I would like to see that.
I mean, yeah, maybe not. Last time I said I wanted to play someone with Scooble and he destroyed us. So, well, whoever we get, and they're all great. I don't want to make anyone mad and play against us. But I wanted to ask you guys, I'm leaving for vacation. I will not be here. I'll be on my anniversary.
Congratulations.
Where's your favorite guys' place to go vacation?
What I like, wow.
That's
Dominican Cap Canada have a great place. Cancun is beautiful over there too. So it's very nice. I know you're going to Aruba.
Yeah.
You're already dressed to go.
I'm ready. My
You
bags are
walking
packed.
or you're taking a plane?
We're taking a plane. We're taking a paddle boat there. Gab, where's your favorite place to go
My
visit?
favorite vacation destination is Progressive Field in October.
Oh,
yeah, that's the perfect answer.
Let's go back. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's all I got for you guys. You guys have anything else for today?
Everything good. I want to see the fans at the ballpark. We need you guys there. Let's have some fun. It's going to be special. Let's watch the Cleveland Guardians win some games.
Yep, we'll win some games and we'll see you guys next week.